Hello rainbows, welcome back to my channel. I feel like I've been wanting to do this video for such a long time, but just because the shipping is such a pain in the bum, it's been delayed for a very long time. So I know I'm not the first one to do this, and I'm probably not going to be the last one to do this, but hey, I'm doing it. Today I'm going to be doing a first impression and a comparison of the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Concealer. So I'm going to be wearing this on half of my face for the day and comparing it to none other than the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I'm going to do a little beauty battle today. We're going to see which one is going to be more worth it for the cost, which one's going to last longer, which one's going to blend better and just overall look better. So because this baby is new, let's just start off with this one. Both products I purchased from Sephora in Australia. I will have a link down below for you guys. Oh my god, I'm gonna like have to rip the packaging. Here it is. I got the shade 140, no idea if it's gonna be the right shade for me. I do have the foundation in shade 190. Which is probably a little bit too dark for me. It's like my super tan foundation shade. The mils of this product is 8 mils or 0.27 fluid ounces. This retails for $38 and they do have a massive array of colors. 50 different shades, which is awesome. So good. So the description of the product, it has 8 reviews on the Sephora website already, and it's looking like it's got good reviews. So this says it is a creamy, long-wearing, crease-proof liquid concealer that delivers light as air, medium to full coverage in a groundbreaking range of 50 easy-to-shop, soft, matte shades. It says whether you're hiding bags or blemishes or hangovers and bad decisions, your secret safe with Pro Filter Instant Retouch Concealer. The full coverage cure to living life to the fullest. So it says it's the closest thing to retouching your skin in reality. It's creamy, light as air, soft, matte, builds to full coverage, instantly brightening under eyes, conceals blemishes and dark spots, reduces redness. It says it is a photo ready coverage that lasts all day without creasing, settling into fine lines or pores. They say it's sweat resistant formula, will work with your skin no matter where you go, guaranteed to keep up no matter how late you stay up or wild out. It is a doe foot applicator. All right, let's talk about the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. So this is 10 mils, so you get an extra 2 mils with Shape Tape, or 0.381 fluid ounces. This one's made in Korea. This is made in Italy. Wow. So the shade here I've got is 22B, which is light beige. The Fenty does have a 12-month shelf life, while the Shape Tape has a 6-month shelf life. The Shape Tape retails for $37, which is $1 less than the Fenty Beauty, and you get 2 more mils of product, so that is pretty cool. This comes in 30 different shades on the Sephora site, so 20 shades less than the Fenty, which is kind of sad. It also has a lot of reviews, very similar star rating to the Fenty online, but obviously this has a lot more reviews than what the Fenty does. It says it is a vegan, super blendable concealer that instantly helps brightening, smoothen, and give the skin a firmer, more lifted look. What it does, it says it gives you full coverage with a flawless matte finish with this concealer, covers all imperfections, and doubles as a contour and highlight. Creamy, easy to blend formula, won't flake or crease, so it doesn't really give as much of a description on the Sephora site as what the Fenty did. That being said, let's just get right into it. I'm going to apply half on my face and we'll see which one wins. I will check in with you guys throughout the day. To start off with, I'll tell you what I've already got on my face. So I primed with the Ordinary High Adherence Silicone Primer, and then I went in with RCMA's foundation. I didn't really apply the foundation too much underneath my eyes, and I've got no contour or blush or anything like that on, so we will come back in and go in with that later. So before we start, I am just gonna let you guys know, as you can hear, I've got my daughter with me today. She's very vocal, she does have blocks, she's gonna be in and around the video, she's gonna be playing. If you guys don't like kid noises, it's probably best that you may click off now, because there's gonna be kid noises. I'm not gonna stop her from playing because I'm filming. It's just life, so letting you guys know. I'm gonna start with Shape Tape because I've been using that for a while. I feel like I know the formula. Like it is actually not as drying as what I originally thought it was going to be. I'm going to zoom you guys in. So Shape Tape's gonna go on the right hand side, which is your left. Big doe foot applicator. This is normally how I do it. I like to do a line here and a line underneath, which may be a fair bit, but oh well. Going in with my damp beauty blender, and basically I'm just gonna start buffing. Hey, Poppet. Oh, buffing and blending this in. Yeah. All right, I like to let that dry in a little bit before I do any setting powder. So that's the side I did the Tarte on. We're gonna flip over and do the Fenty on the other side. So I think I'm gonna use like the same amount. I mean, obviously that might be too much. I don't even know if this color is gonna match me. I don't know if it's gonna be the same, but we'll just, you know, we'll just see, okay? So I'm gonna go in down like this. I think this one does seem a bit more yellow, maybe a bit lighter. We'll do swatches after I blend this in for you guys. So definitely I think the formula is quite different. Like this does seem to be like I used way too much. It does seem like a tiny little bit does go a long way. And I think this is a lot lighter. So maybe I should have got a different shade, but that is okay. It does seem a little bit starker. Blending it, definitely if you use too much product like I have, it seems like you need to work a little bit more to blend it. Definitely not a bad thing, but it's just like the formula is more, I guess, of it like a gel kind of consistency formula in a way. I don't know. It doesn't seem as liquidy, I guess, as what the Shape Tape does. It's just slightly different consistency. It is definitely way too light. Wow. Just, you know, just a slight difference. I really thought I was doing like on the right track with the 140, but obviously not. It's hard to tell because it is so stark, but I'm definitely seeing a lot more of my, I guess, blemishes on the Fenty side. Like I'm seeing a bit more, not caking, but just like these little kind of dots there. It's almost like I can see the powder kind of sitting on top, whereas not so much on the Tarte side. Now let me just say, it may just be because this is a really, really light color and that's why it's probably showing up more. It's a little bit more stark. It's my fault for not, you know, getting the exact color, but I had to buy this online, so I did my best, but you know, it's not like it's crazily different, but it is definitely a difference there. Let's give you guys a swatch. So we have the Fenty. Definitely, yeah, it seems like a much thicker consistency. And then we've got the Shape Tape. So these are the color differences. So it is definitely a lot lighter. God, my nails are dirty. What have I been doing? I think it's hair color. So yeah, it's definitely a lot more yellow, the Fenty, and then this is definitely more pink tone. I'm pretty sure 140 was either neutral or cool tone, but it does seem quite yellow compared to that. So I'm just gonna kind of blend this out for you guys. So yeah, consistency wise on the finger, Fenty is a lot drier. It does dry a lot quicker. Like this feels like it's completely dry now, and the Tarte still feels like it's kind of drying down. So the Tarte does feel more hydrating than what the Fenty does, but blending it out like that, like it doesn't actually look too different. But on my face, yeah, I think this side, obviously it is lighter, but it does seem to have a bit more of a brightening effect than what the Tarte does. So I'm just gonna go in with a little bit of Hourglass Ambient Lining Powder. This is normally what I do just to set under my eyes. I don't like baking. I'm not a baking person. It's never worked for me. So this is normally as far as I would go in terms of using powder. I just feel this is perfect and it still lets my skin breathe and I don't get cakey or anything like that. So I did the Tarte on that side, flip it over and do it on this side. Alrighty, I'm going to do the rest of my base makeup and then I'll be back and I'll share my thoughts so far and then we'll check in throughout the day. Alright, so the rest of my base makeup has been applied. I did notice doing the highlight, because I do my highlight here. I did my highlight today with my finger just so I could feel how it worked and how it blended on both sides. I did feel on top of the Fenty side it was a little bit kind of stiffer in a way. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, I'm just saying it felt a little bit different. I have put setting spray on already. I'm going to zoom you guys right in so you can have a good look. Hazel's in the background. So here is how it's looking. I definitely feel like Fenty side has given a lot more lift, a lot more brightness, obviously because it is a lighter shade, but I just feel like there's something else in there that has made it a little bit brighter and a little bit lighter as well. Like especially around this area, it just seems to like pop a lot more. I still think it is probably a little bit light for me personally, but you know, you can kind of make it work. Shape Tape side, it does actually feel more natural in a way. Not so much like how it looks, but feeling wise, it feels more hydrated on this side. This side does feel a little bit heavier, a little bit tighter. It may be because I use too much product, but that is literally just how it feels to me. So yeah, let's check back in. There's no creasing at this stage, so we'll check back in with you guys and see how it goes later on. All right, out in natural light. It's been on for like an hour, 2 hours or so. It's a bit hot, kind of sweaty. Can't even see what it looks like. Tarte side, Fenty side. Guys, I've just got back from the park with Hazel. We're at the park for maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours. Look at all my washing that I'm trying to forget exists because I don't want to fold it. All right, so let's have a look. It has been hot. I feel like I've been sweating, even though it's not actually that hot today. It's like 32 degrees. It's not that hot at all. We've had 45 degrees earlier this week, and yeah, anyway, let's zoom you guys in and have a good look. So this is a Fenty side. Let's start off with the Fenty. I'm seeing creasing. I don't know about you guys. This said it would not crease. It said it wouldn't budge, but yeah, I'm definitely seeing creasing under there. Yeah, that is some creasage. Look at that. Crease proof my ass. Those kind of white dots did kind of seep in and absorb into my skin, so that is good. All right, let's look at the Tarte side. Now, I haven't touched this at all. Like, this is, you know, has not been touched since applying it. I can't really see on this side because I'm trying to look in my viewfinder to see what it looks like. So yeah, I'm getting a little bit of creasing out here. I think some of that is obviously my highlighter, like accentuating the creasing. It does not want to be focusing. I feel like creasing wise on this side, it doesn't seem to be as bad. There is creasing, but it doesn't seem to be as bad in my personal opinion. I don't know. It just doesn't seem to be as dry, and like when you straighten out the creases, it still looks all right. Like it doesn't seem like I've got big bits that are missing concealer. Whereas doing it on this side, you can definitely see where the concealer's kind of rubbed off and left creases. So, wow, it has been on for, what time did I finish? Probably been on for about 3 or so hours now. So yeah, so far, I'm feeling the Shape Tape is wearing better. Like this is showing creasing. I feel like it's definitely exaggerating my under eye bags. This side definitely does give you a brighter result. And I feel in flash photos, like this looks awesome. But so far, like however many hours in, mum brain, I feel like the Shape Tape's holding up, whereas Fenty is already starting to crack. So, all right, another check-in. It has been on for 6 hours now. It's almost 7 o'clock at night. God, I can't, what is wrong with me? So obviously outside it is kind of dark light, and let's have a look. Let's start with the Tarte side. So far, like from what I can see, I think that is looking pretty good. Like yes, there's, you know, fine lines and stuff here, maybe a tiny bit of creasing, definitely under there a little bit, but other than that I think it's not too bad. Let's look at the Fenty side. Fenty, I feel like there is definitely a lot more creasing on this side. Like I feel a lot older on this side than I do on that side. Yeah, let's take some photos. Definitely with the flash on, I feel like the Fenty side looks so much older and so much more kind of haggard. Oh, there's a mirror outside actually. Let's have a look in here. I definitely feel like this side, oh my god, looking straight on, it has creased a lot. Yeah, I can definitely see more creasing on the Tarte side now, but the Fenty side seems to be so much more, wow. In terms of like fading and brightness and stuff like that, I think they're both kind of faded at the same time. Like I don't think that the one side's really brighter than the other at the moment. It's just they're both kind of like meh. So yeah. All right, last check in. Lighting's not the best, but hey. All right, Fenty side. Hazel is crying. Lee's watching her, so don't worry, she's not alone. I'm trying to get her to bed. And like every time I'm like, all right, I need to like quickly go and brush my teeth, take my makeup off, she just cracks it. Anyway, this is how the Fenty side is looking. Definitely a lot of creasing. Like I feel like there is a lot of creasing. Like I never really feel like I get this much creasing compared to the Tarte side. Like there's little to no creasing at all. I know what people are gonna say. They're probably gonna say, you used it wrong, you used too much, you didn't bake, you didn't do this, you didn't do that, that's why you're getting creasing. So I've decided tomorrow we're gonna try it again and I'm gonna use a lot less product and we'll see if that makes a difference. Yes. Okay, rainbows, it has actually been a few days since the first kind of try out. Wanted to get to this a lot sooner, but obviously I've been pretty busy. So I have already done my base makeup exactly the same as I did last time. Same primer, foundation, just to give this the fairest go. So I am still going to use Fenty and Shape Tape. I'm going to use a lot less of both this time and see if that does make a difference with application and everything like that. Oh, I need to get my eyebrows done. Wow, Bush City, bitch. All right, so I'm going to just do a few little dots. Like this is honestly a lot less. You guys saw how much I put on the first time, so we will see if this does make a difference. It feels strange using such little product because I'm so used to like caking it on, but you know, I still feel like I need more. We'll do the Tarte side. Oh, it feels so weird just using such little amounts. Honestly, that is all I'm gonna do. It's so hard for me to stop there. I'm so used to applying a little bit more, but I really want to give this a good go and see if, you know, it was the amount of product that I used that caused that little bit of caking. I am going to set it exactly the same with the Hourglass Ambient lighting powder as well, and yeah, I'll check back in with you guys throughout the day. All right, rainbows, I forgot to check in a lot sooner. Like I meant to check in a lot sooner than I have. This has been on for probably easy 6 hours now, I reckon, easily. Yeah, so yeah, sorry I haven't checked in earlier. This is the Fenty side, this is the Tarte Shape Tape side. So again, I've used a lot less product this time. Let's zoom in on the Fenty side. God, lashes are coming off. I can definitely see some creasing. I don't think it is as bad as last time I did my makeup, but if you go like this, you can definitely see the creasing. It is definitely a little bit more exaggerated. And normally, like when I just have my Tarte side, it doesn't show up that bad. Like this is just the Tarte side on its own. I really, in all honesty, don't see that much creasing. I used a lot less product with the Tarte as well. I am looking in the viewfinder, so sorry about that. So yeah, I definitely feel like the Tarte side is a lot more kind of smooth. It has definitely faded and worn off a little bit, whereas the Fenty side, I feel like it is kind of clinging to any dry areas of skin, and it's just showing up the texture of my skin a lot more. So even just looking straight ahead, like I feel like this side does look a little bit more haggard than this side, just personally. We'll take a photo and have a look. Final thoughts after seeing this now. I'm glad I did give the Fenty that second go with a lot less product. Definitely the amount of product you use does play a big role and a big part in how it looks on your skin. I feel that, gosh, this eyelash, sorry. I feel that with a lot less product, it is definitely a lot less cakey, you get less creasing, but I still feel it kind of just fades just as normally as what any other kind of concealer does. I really do like the brightening effect that the Fenty did have. Obviously it was a kind of lighter shade, almost like the hand swatches looked quite similar, but it did seem to really have a brightening, lightening effect a lot more than what Tarte does. The Tarte seems a lot more kind of natural. I like that the Tarte is cheaper. You get more product in Tarte, extra 2 mils of product, and it is a little bit cheaper, more bang for your buck. I still feel with the Tarte side, like even using as little product as I did, I still get quite a nice result. So it actually shows me that I'm using way too much product normally and I need to cut back a little bit. I actually think that the Fenty and the Tarte would be a nice combination together. I think you'd get kind of more hydration from the Tarte, but the brightness from the Fenty. So that could actually be a really beautiful combination. But if I had to buy one or the other, I would definitely just be buying the Tarte Shape Tape. I feel for me personally, it's more hydrating. I feel like I get a smoother result. You get more product, it's cheaper. I just feel like I get a lot less creasing. Hi, honey. So that is just my personal views. You know, you could definitely say, oh, Fenty will work better with Fenty primer and foundation, and you've got to use the Fenty powder and all that jazz. I mean, yeah, it could probably work better with all of those products, but in all honesty, why would I go out and invest like hundreds of dollars on all of those additional products when I get quite good results just with the Tarte on its own? And as you guys know, I'm not a baking kind of person. I don't like lots of powder. It just really dries out my under eye area, and just it just has never worked for me, no matter what kind of products I've tried it with. So yeah, that is my final thoughts on the product. Definitely less is a lot more with the Fenty. There we go, that's better. Definitely less is a lot more with Fenty. Do not use too much because you can definitely overuse it, and then I found it was a little bit harder to blend out. Both of them I feel do have their pros and cons. It's really going to depend on what your skin's like, what you personally like out of concealer, and all that jazz. So that is just my personal views. Hazel's got the end of my camera. Can I have that please, sweetie? Ta! And I definitely do have the same kind of creasing on this side of my eye, like in my natural eye grooves. So it's definitely not just, you know, that particular eye. They're both gorgeous products. I think, you know, if I'd probably only ever used the Fenty, I would still think it was a great product. But comparing it to Tarte, in my eyes, Tarte does definitely win. Let me know in the comments below if you've used both products, if you guys have a preference, which one you guys liked more on myself, if you guys like the Fenty or the Tarte better. So yeah, thanks for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you all in my next video.